Hi there, my name is Matt Thomas. I'm the head of business development here at SimWave, a Calian company. I've been with the company since 2014, since its inception into immersive technology, where we first started using virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, and even multi-sensory hardware with things like rumbling floor, bursts of air, wind, heat, cold, smell, some fun stuff. We primarily leverage the technology to create immersive, simulative training scenarios or learning scenarios in a variety of different sectors, including oil and gas, defense, medical, working with registered nurses, personal support workers, sports medicine, the trades, and the list goes on. Now, the primary benefit to VR and using immersive technology or extended reality, which encompasses virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality, is that it's a lot more cost efficient. We can work in a safe space. We can work as many times as we want. We don't need the use of real equipment. We don't need the use of actors or training environments. We can do so completely in the headset. So you can pop that headset on and train at your office. You can train on the bus. You can train in an airplane. Wherever you have a little bit of space to, move your arms around without hitting somebody. Now, today we're going to look at 3 different demos that we've created. The first one being training as a JTAC in a synthetic training environment. The next one is in the trades, where we're going to learn how to hook up a residential meter. And the last one is in the educational entertainment space, or edutainment, where we'll shrink down to the size of a cell and see what it's like through the human anatomy. We'll learn about that. So let's check in. Let's kick it over to George, where he's in our VR JTAC, or Joint Terminal Attack Controller experience. He's got his VR headset on. He's joining us from the safety of his own home, but he's actually on the edge of a desert city where he's going to be performing a joint terminal attack. Not only is he using VR in this situation, but he's also going to be using our proprietary speech recognition software, which is called TASER, or Training Augmented by Speech Recognition, where he'll be progressing through this situation, communicating with home base as well as the aircrafts above.
Hog 5-1, this is Odin 1-1. Situation update. Manpads in the AO, location unknown. Small arms and RPG. Small 4-man Special Forces team in Overwatch south of Assur. Looking to employ a GPU-12 from Hog 5-1 on an insurgent building.
Copy, SID update.
George was not only using his hands and controllers to interact with the environment and the hardware in the experience, but he's also using his voice and his speech as a controller to communicate with home base and the aircrafts above so he can drive the experience.
Hog 5-1, I'd like a pizza, pepperoni, extra cheese.
Oh, 1-1, say it again.
Hog 5-1, send your fighter to FAC.
As you can see there, George was unable to order a pepperoni pizza in our VR training scenario, but he is able to repetitively train the complex phraseology and lexicon required to be mastered when you want to become a JTAC. The cost of training a JTAC is incredibly high because of the amount of trainees that will fail. Using real-world equipment, fuel, ammunition, those are very expensive things. But our VR experience allows people to train repetitively to make sure that you're not only getting the procedures correct, but you're also getting the lexicon down to have a lot less margin for error when you do go into the real-world training.
Hog 5-1, good hits. Stand by for BDA. Smoke and dust obscuring.
So the result of this project was a very successful prototype where we were able to combine VR and JTAC and create a simulative experience of it. But most importantly, where we were able to integrate speech recognition, where we can use speech and voice as a controller to move through the experience and communicate with non-player characters. Moving on, it looks like George has taken an interest into the trades. He's going to pop on his Oculus Quest 2 headset and head to our local VR neighborhood where he's going to learn how to connect a residential meter to a transformer. Let's check it out. We built this training scenario for our client Hydro Ottawa as they recognized that there was a better way to train using VR. They recognized that it was more cost efficient, safer, you could do it more often, and as I mentioned before, there was no need for using real world equipment, actors, trainers, and things like that. Using our proprietary software telemetry core, we're actually able to track the progress of the user so trainers can gauge the readiness of trainees for in-field tasks. Learner expectations have evolved from the days of attending 2 or 3 day classes to learn new techniques or to upgrade their skills, and Hydro Ottawa has committed to modernizing their approach to learning and development. Training for the trades often takes place outside, so if we're worried about inclement weather ruining training time, in VR the experience can be set to our needs, so there's no need to worry about rain or shine, it can be done anywhere. This experience opened the door to create 3 additional scenarios with Hydro Ottawa. We're looking forward to training with their students, apprentices, and other Hydro staff on these important procedural tasks. Now, switching gears, we're going to go into the educational entertainment side of things, where we're going to shrink down to the size of a cell and explore the human body. Let's see what George is up to.
I will initiate the shrink process now and take us to the nearest human nose. I'm sure they won't mind.
In the educational entertainment space, a lot of the principles of learning remain the same. Bring it back to the 70-20-10 rule, people learn through experience. We use the Oculus Quest for immersive VR, internally developed rumbling platforms installed on site, as well as the Leap Motion, an infrared camera that tracks the hand so it can be a completely controllerless experience. With amazing high-fidelity visuals, audio, and haptic feedback, it creates an extremely engaging experience that fosters retention. This experience educates museum attendees on key elements of the human body, such as the cardiovascular system, the digestive tract, and air pathways. With brick-and-mortar places like museums having trouble getting people in the door and competing with various forms of entertainment, it has become increasingly important to embrace and work with new technology. This was just a taste of some of the work that we do. Today we had the chance to check out a synthetic training environment where George walked through training as a JTAC. We got to see immersive training where George learned how to hook up a residential meter, and then we got to have some fun, shrink down to the size of a cell, and go through the human body in the educational entertainment space. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and every day we're finding new ways to leverage this technology. We're looking forward to what the future of immersive training has in store.